The late summer heat clung to the streets of Nashville, Tennessee, in August 2025, where the neon glow of Lower Broadway flickered against the night sky. Inside Riverfront Diner, a cozy spot with worn vinyl booths and a jukebox humming old country tunes, the air smelled of grease and fresh coffee. Behind the counter, 19-year-old Aisha Thompson moved with quiet grace, her faded blue apron stained with ketchup and syrup. Black, with sharp eyes and a steadiness beyond her years, she poured refills and traded smiles with regulars, her hands quick but her mind quicker. The diner was a haven for late-night stragglers, truckers, musicians, and tonight, a man in a sharp gray suit who didn't belong. Nathan Caldwell, 50, was a tech titan whose company, Caldwell Innovations, had grown from a Memphis garage to a billion-dollar empire now dominating Nashville's skyline. His piercing green eyes and commanding presence made boardrooms tremble, but tonight, he sat alone in a corner booth, wrestling with a merger contract that could cement his legacy or ruin it. The document, thick with legalese, had stumped his top lawyers, and Nathan's pen bled red ink across clauses he couldn't crack. Aisha, clearing a nearby table, noticed his frown. "Looks like you're fighting a losing battle," she said, setting down a glass of water with a gentle smile. Nathan didn't look up. "It's a contract. You wouldn't get it." Her smile didn't waver. "Try me." His scoff was sharp, his patience thinner than the diner's napkins. "If you're so damn smart," he snapped, slamming the contract down, "translate this." The room hushed, forks pausing, the jukebox's twang suddenly too loud. Aisha didn't flinch. She blinked once, then reached for a notepad, her voice calm. "Is this the full contract?" Nathan's brow arched, surprised by her nerve. "Does it matter?" "Context always matters," she said, and he shrugged, half amused, half annoyed, as if humoring a kid with a toy gun. Aisha's fingers flipped through the pages, her eyes scanning with a speed that made Nathan's smirk fade. The diner's clatter plates clinking, low chatter fell away as she entered a world of logic and language. "You've got a clause here," she said, pointing, "that lets the other company walk if your stock drops 8% post-announcement. It's vague on market volatility, giving them too much leeway. And this $350 million escrow? No release triggers. That's not a deal, it's a chokehold." Nathan leaned forward, his voice low. "How do you know this?" Aisha didn't look up. "I studied pre-law at Vanderbilt, full scholarship, till my dad's cancer hit. Now I sling hash browns to keep the lights on." Nathan's jaw tightened, his arrogance cracking. "You stayed here?" he asked, softer now. "You came to this diner thinking you'd outsmart everyone," she replied, her tone a clean cut. The booth felt like a chessboard, and Aisha had just moved her queen. Nathan left that night, the contract tucked under his arm, his cold coffee untouched. Sleep didn't come easy, his sleek penthouse feeling hollow as Aisha's words echoed. She wasn't just smart, she was surgical, seeing what his high-priced lawyers missed. By morning, his legal team confirmed her findings, and Nathan's irritation turned to intrigue. On Thursday, he returned to the diner during the lunch rush, his suit stark against the chipped counter. Aisha spotted him, balancing a tray of sodas, her braids swinging. "Back for the grits?" she asked, her eyes knowing. "Back for you," he said, blunt. She set the tray down, unimpressed. "I'm on the clock." "I owe you," he said. "You saved me millions." "Let's talk. Off shift." "Coffee's on me." She studied him, then nodded. 10 p.m., when I'm done. Don't waste my time." At 10, the diner was quiet, the jukebox off, the dishwasher humming. Aisha, apron gone, sat across from Nathan, her hair loose, her gaze steady. "You're stubborn," she said. "You're brilliant," he countered. She sighed, her story spilling out Vanderbilt dreams derailed by her dad's illness, her brother's truancy, bills that ate her savings. "I kept studying," she said. "Law reviews, coding tutorials. I'm building an app, Justice Lens, to teach folks their rights, leases, arrests, contracts. But who takes a waitress seriously?" Nathan leaned in. "I do. Let me fund it." "You lead. I'll back you." Her eyes narrowed, but she nodded, a spark igniting. Aisha stepped into Caldwell Innovations' glass tower the next week, her thrift store blazer no match for the polished suits around her. The receptionist's skeptical glance stung, but Aisha's chin stayed high. In a sleek boardroom, Nathan introduced her app-accessible legal education for the underserved, drawing nods from developers, but a cold stare from Victor Hayes, the VP of Legal Affairs. His tailored suit and tight smile screamed gatekeeper. A waitress leading a project, he said later, his voice dripping with doubt. Aisha didn't blink. I caught your team's $1 million mistake. Call me what you want, but I'm here. Nathan backed her, but Victor's resistance crew missed emails, locked files, her badge glitching at doors. By week 3, Aisha saw the pattern. Victor wasn't just skeptical. He was sabotaging her, afraid of a black girl outshining his legacy. She confronted Nathan in his office, her voice steel. Victor's choking Justice Lens. He's scared I'll make him look small. Nathan rubbed his temples. He's loyal, cautious. He's territorial, Aisha corrected. Let me handle him, but I need your trust. Nathan nodded. You've got it. The next day, Aisha walked into the lab with a box of donuts glazed, chocolate, sprinkles and set them down, smiling at the team. She launched a presentation, not on code, but on impact, showing videos of teens using Justice Lens to fight evictions, workers challenging wage theft. This is why we don't scale back, she said, her eyes locking on Victor, who stood in the back, arms crossed. We don't hide from discomfort, face it. Nathan entered, silent but supportive, his presence a shield. Victor said nothing, but his silence spoke volumes. Then came the merger crisis. Aisha, reviewing final documents late one night, spotted a clause buried in Schedule G. If Caldwell's stock dipped 8% for a single day, the partner could exit penalty-free. Temporary was the trap word, slipped in late by the other side. She raced to Nathan's office at dawn, pages in hand. They're setting you up, she said. A leaked rumor, a quick dip, and they walk, leaving you bleeding. Nathan's face darkened. Why didn't Victor catch this? He's too busy blocking me, she said. Nathan called an emergency board meeting, Aisha at his side. Aisha found a kill clause, he told the stunned room. She's why we're not sunk. He named her director of legal strategy, her desk now a checkpoint for all merger docs. Victor's jaw clenched, but he stayed silent. Justice Lens launched in a packed auditorium, Aisha's speech raw and real. I'm Aisha Thompson, raised 3 blocks from here, she said. This app isn't mine, it's for every kid who signed a bad lease, every mom trapped by fine print. Justice isn't for the elite, it's for us all. The crowd roared, phones flashing, the app trending online. Critics called it a PR stunt. Fans hailed her as a prodigy. Investors grumbled about her lack of a degree, but Nathan shut them down. She saved us billions, he told the board. If you want safe, hire someone else. Aisha re-enrolled at Vanderbilt, not for a title, but to finish her journey, launching the ClearPath Foundation to fund legal literacy for youth. Justice Lens spread to 30 states, lighting up classrooms, shelters, and courthouses. A year later, Aisha sat in Riverfront Diner's same booth, Nathan across from her, 2 mugs steaming. You ever think we'd get here? He asked. She smiled. I didn't think you'd listen. They clinked mugs, toasting to the unseen who demand to be seen. A new waitress, shy with braids, approached, eyes wide. You're the app lady, she said. My cousin used it to fight a bad loan. She says thank you. Aisha took her hand. Tell her she's the hero. I just passed the torch. What do you think? Should Aisha have pushed for Victor's firing, or was outshining him enough? Is Nathan's faith in her genius or a diversity play? Can Justice Lens change systems, or is it just a bandage on a broken world? Share your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for stories that spark debate.